Growing up, I always warned that you had to be careful opening my closet because something was bound to fall out. My life was kind of a mess. That never went away for me. In college, I lived with 8 roommates and shared a room with one, and we just had stuff all over the messy apartment that we crammed into. By the time I moved in here, living with my wife, I had never developed a real system for organization. Some of the most common feedback I heard from the moment we started living together was about the messes that I left around. You could hardly open my dresser because it was stuffed full. My nightstand or desk would quickly get covered up in piles of clutter, and I would frequently leave stains or crumbs on the counters even after I cleaned them. Slowly, I started to take my wife's feedback to heart, both because I wanted to make the space clean for her, but also because I realized that I shared the same goal, that I felt a lot better when things were cleaner. My mental health and clarity improved when my desk was clear and it was dust-free, or when my nightstand had nothing but a couple pieces of decor on it. Yet at the same time, I couldn't seem to keep it that way. That's when I discovered the one-touch rule. The rule's simple and pretty self-explanatory. It says that basically no matter what you're handling, you should only touch it once. If it's an object you're taking out of your pocket, you only touch it once. If it's a task you need to get done, you only touch it once. It's easily the simplest organizational rule I've ever adopted, yet the benefits it's brought me cannot be understated. At first, I found it difficult to actually stick through with the rule. Whenever I had a cup on my desk, I would often still be too lazy to get up and walk it to the sink. I wouldn't put things away right after touching them because it was too much work. But like any good habit, it was the rewards of doing the right thing that helped make it a staple in my life. For most of the past couple of years, I've dealt with a lot of big cleaning sessions. What I mean by that is that I let things get so bad day after day or week after week that when I finally decide to deal with the problem, it takes a ton of effort. I wouldn't fold the laundry week after week, just living out of laundry baskets until it would take 2 hours to fold and put it all away. I wouldn't clean my desk until it got overwhelmingly dusty, and then I would need to do a marathon cleaning session, maybe do a few passes of cleaning to get all of the dirt. I wouldn't throw out old leftovers until I needed to clear out the fridge, and then it would be a marathon cleaning and scrubbing session. Instead of getting to enjoy a clean living space or fridge once every few weeks after a long cleaning session, the one-touch rule enabled me to enjoy that feeling multiple times per week with significantly less time invested. That benefit was enough to break even my disorganized habits. The biggest obstacle I had to overcome in implementing the one-touch rule was the "I'll just do this when I blank" fallacy. I'll just bring this cup downstairs when I'm on my way down. I'll just throw this out next time I get up from the couch. Sometimes my hands would be full by the time I got up, or more likely, I just forgot about it. The object had been in my field of vision for long enough that by the time I got up, it was normal there and I didn't notice it anymore. I had to be honest with myself and realize that my mindset just didn't work most of the time, and then I had to convince myself to put in the effort now to get up and take care of whatever it was in one touch. And all of those extra trips up and down the stairs have been well worth it. I've implemented the one-touch rule into nearly every aspect of my life. For example, I've implemented it into cleaning. When there was a hard corner to reach that involved moving a lot of stuff on the counter, or if there was dirt I missed sweeping, I would just ignore it, wait till the next time, or tell myself that I'd do a deep clean of the counters later on. Instead, though, I implement the one-touch rule, meaning that when I touch the counters, it has to be completely clean before I'm finished. I also apply the one-touch rule digitally. Sometimes when I would get texts before, I would open them, read them, not feel like I had the energy to respond at that time, but then I needed to take the mental effort of remembering to respond, constantly thinking to respond later throughout the day. So instead, when I open the message, I just give it that one touch. I read it and then I respond. It's out of my mind. If you're looking to get more organized in your life, whether it's the physical space around you, your digital life, or your mental space, try to find creative ways to apply the one-touch rule. If you're anxious about all the things on your to-do list, for example, apply the one-touch rule. Give each thing one touch. That means either get it done in one touch or assign it for a later day. Write it down in one touch and then put it out of your mind until you do it. More broadly, when you're thinking about life, look at ways you can sacrifice now for future gain. Beyond just organization or the one-touch rule, what are ways you can make sacrifices now? You can do harder things now, things that involve more effort now that will pay off in the future. That mindset has been one of the most helpful and life-changing things for me over the past years.